Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a topic that might seem a little out there, but trust me, it's totally worth it. What's it like to be born as a Puma? Spoiler alert, it sucks. As majestic and powerful as these big cats are, their lives are filled with challenges, danger, and loneliness. Stick around as we break down exactly why it's not as glamorous as it looks to be a Puma. Let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the beginning of a Puma's life. When a Puma's born, it's completely helpless. These cubs are born blind, totally dependent on their mother for survival. Imagine entering a world where you can't see and you can't fend for yourself. That's the first reality check for these little guys. The mother Puma, though protective, has a lot on her plate. She's responsible for feeding her cubs, keeping them safe from larger predators, and making sure they don't starve. But here's the thing. Female Pumas are solitary by nature. That means there's no help from a partner. As a cub grows, the struggle only intensifies. Pumas are carnivores, and that means they need to hunt to survive. But hunting isn't easy. Cubs stay with their mother for up to 2 years, and during that time, they learn how to hunt, often making mistakes along the way. Their success isn't guaranteed, and failing means going hungry. Even when they learn the ropes, food isn't always plentiful. Pumas live in areas where the terrain is tough to navigate and prey can be hard to come by. Imagine being a young cat trying to catch a deer or an elk, with every step you take being a gamble. Even though they're top predators, Pumas still have to constantly fight for survival. One of the hardest aspects of being a Puma is that they are solitary creatures. Sure, it sounds cool to be the lone wolf of the wild, but in reality, it's tough. Most wild animals have some form of social structure, packs, herds, or groups where they can rely on others for support, but not Pumas. Once they mature, Pumas are forced to leave their mothers and find their own territory. That means they have to stake out their own hunting grounds, often having to fight off other Pumas to claim what's rightfully theirs. This isn't just about finding a place to live, it's about survival. Without a strong territory, Pumas are constantly at risk. And let's talk about competition. In the wild, resources are limited, and Pumas can face off against other big cats like bobcats and even jaguars for food and territory. If a Puma doesn't have a strong, secure place to call home, it risks being chased out by a larger, more dominant cat. Unlike lions or wolves that work together to take down prey or protect one another, Pumas are on their own. There's no backup. If things go south, it's up to them to escape or fend for themselves, often in harsh conditions. Next up, the environment. Pumas live in some of the harshest environments you can imagine. From dense forests to barren deserts, these cats have to deal with extreme weather conditions and treacherous landscapes. And it's not just the weather, they have to navigate rocky terrain, climb steep cliffs, and sometimes cross rivers or vast deserts, all while staying hidden from larger predators and potential threats. Not only is this physically exhausting, but it also means that even simple tasks like hunting become a lot harder. A Puma's ability to survive depends on their skill at navigating these treacherous terrains, which can make or break their success. Another tough reality for Pumas, their life expectancy. In the wild, Pumas typically live to around 8 to 13 years, but that's far from guaranteed. They face constant risks from other animals, diseases, accidents, and even human encroachment on their territory. Unlike some animals that may live long, safe lives in captivity, Pumas in the wild are constantly at risk. Urban sprawl, deforestation, and human-wildlife conflict all pose significant threats to Pumas. As human populations expand, Pumas are losing their habitats, and many are forced to venture into dangerous areas just to find food. Sadly, this often leads to fatal encounters with humans or vehicles. Being solitary, like I mentioned earlier, might sound like a cool, independent lifestyle, but it also means that pumas deal with a lot of stress. They don't have a pack to rely on. They don't have the safety of numbers. Every decision, every move they make is one that can mean the difference between life and death. And this constant stress takes a toll. Pumas are constantly on high alert for predators, rivals, and prey. They never get to let their guard down, and the mental and physical toll of living like this isn't something we can fully understand. So, is being born as a puma really that bad? It's not all bad, of course. They're powerful, beautiful creatures with incredible skills. But the reality is that their lives are filled with constant challenges. From a tough start as